Kimball City Council votes against affirming the mayor's selection for city administrator, starting their search process back at square one. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, it's back to the drawing board for the city of Kimball and their search for a new city administrator after the city council this week voted 3-1 against Mayor Keith Prunty's selection. City Treasurer Annette Brower and Water Superintendent Carson Sisk were the two finalists, with the mayor selecting Brower following interviews last week. Citizens expressed concerns, including that Brower was on the review committee, saw every application that came through, and submitted her application just before the deadline. Resident Amy Sapp told the council she didn't think the process was transparent, fair, and the selection was not in the best interest of the city.
But we talk about transparency and fairness. So
that's what we do.
This wasn't transparent. It wasn't.
How?
Carson didn't get to review the applications.
We didn't allow any of the other applicants to review them either.
Annette did.
But she only got one vote at the table as well when it comes
It
to
doesn't matter. She
the other
application.
individuals
Also,
on that council. So yeah, she got to see the others, but we're not going to discriminate against others applying because their position that they have within the city limits or the city or outside the city or applications or employment by the city. Why would we discriminate?
After approximately 30 minutes of heated discussion, the council voted against the appointment of Annette Brower as the new city administrator, and now the process will start from the beginning. Well, the bench trial ended Wednesday for former Butte County Public Defender John Worthman, who was accused of purchasing cocaine this past January with the intent to sell the drugs. District Judge Richard Birch took under advisement the case against Worthman, who was charged with one count of possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute between 10 and 28 grams. Birch asked Special Prosecutor Doug Warner and defense attorney Martin Chalupka for written closing arguments after testimony concluded in the trial on Wednesday. Following his arrest by the wing investigators, the arrest affidavit says Worthman said he thought he would be purchasing at least 2 8-balls of cocaine, admitted to receiving cocaine in the past in exchange for legal services, as well as using the drug himself. Prosecutors introduced into evidence copies of text messages between Worthman and a drug dealer during the first half of 2019, saying they supported the state's charge in the case and included direct testimony from the drug dealer. The defense claimed during opening statements the messages actually amounted to evidence of crazy talk by an addict that was using his knowledge of the criminal justice system to get more of the drug for personal use at no cost, and there was no other corroborating evidence to support the charge. A verdict in this case is anticipated to be released at a later date. If convicted on the Class 1D felony, Worthman would face a mandatory minimum prison sentence of 3 years with a maximum of 50 years. Well, coming up after the break, smoky, hazy conditions continue to linger throughout the region today. The lawyer will tell you if there's any major changes on the horizon. He's got your full forecast right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
We're going to be dealing with clear skies but hazy, smoky conditions. Going to continue out there through the evening hours. Winds are going to be light. Really, if it wasn't for that smoke, it would be a doggone nice night out there. But haze and smoke will stick around. We're going to stay warm and dry for the next 7 days. No big chances of storms or any big changes on the way. Yesterday, a couple of degrees below normal for a high and a couple of degrees above normal for a low. Remember that 78 is about where we should be for this time of year. About where we should be for the month, still almost 5.5 inches now below normal for the year. I guess the good thing about the smoke and haze is it's keeping temps down a little bit. We're in the 80s instead of what would likely be the 90s if it wasn't for that smoke and haze. Look at this cooler air just off to our northeast into Minnesota and portions of the eastern Dakotas. Not here in our area. We have temps in the low 80s for most of us. The northern portions of the Panhandle in the mid 70s. Winds are out of the northeast at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. As we take a look at Futurecast, there's nothing happening out here this evening. This is all clear on the weather front, except for some areas of smoke. Some clouds try to push in from the north and east tomorrow, and we may see a couple more clouds. It'll be a touch warmer here in our area compared to in the northeast where the temps in the 40s, but pretty much everybody, I guess, in the low to mid 40s overnight tonight. Now for tomorrow, we start with some clouds out there a little bit. They push away and move on by tomorrow afternoon, and we just have a sunny, smoke-filled day here across the area with nothing happening and quiet weather conditions. We just have areas of smoke and haze here across the region. Low or highs tomorrow going to be back into the mid 80s again, pretty similar to today. And again, the only good news is again these temps being tamped down just a little bit by that smoke and haze over the next couple of days. It's going to continue. Nothing coming in the rain gauge. So areas of smoke, haze at times, otherwise clear. Lows down around 45. For tomorrow, carbon copy repeat of today. Mainly sunny skies, 86. Areas of smoke and haze continue right on into your Saturday. Then maybe see a bit of a reprieve on that smoke and haze starting on Sunday. Temps in the warmest there on Saturday into the low 90s. 80s round out the rest of the next 7 days with the first day of fall coming there on Tuesday. Early indications are by next weekend we might see a more significant storm system and maybe start to cool us down again next weekend, which will officially throw us at the end of September.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. The 8th COVID-related death in the Panhandle has been reported in Scottsbluff County. Health officials say the latest death was a female in her 90s with underlying health conditions. To date, all 8 of the Panhandle's COVID-19 related deaths have been Scottsbluff County residents. The first COVID case in Grant County has also been confirmed. Well, a 36-year-old man is facing a charge of delivery of an exceptionally hazardous drug as the result of a controlled buy operation conducted by the Wing Drug Task Force last year. Antonio Sauceda, whose last known address was in Fort Lupton, Colorado, was arrested Tuesday at a Gering residence by Scottsbluff County Sheriff's deputies. According to court documents, Wing investigators say Sauceda sold methamphetamine to a cooperating individual in a vehicle parked outside of a Scottsbluff convenience store on November 15th. Preliminary bond in this case was set at $250,000 with a 10% provision. He was scheduled for his initial court appearance yesterday in Scottsbluff County Court. And producers of the racing reality TV show Street Outlaws appear to be seeking additional locations in which to produce the next episode of the franchise. Pilgrim media representatives this week spoke with the Kimball County Commissioners for a discussion and any needed action on a proposal that would give the company the ability to host production in that county starting around September 24th. Additionally, Scottsbluff County Commissioners held a special meeting last night on whether the county will oversee a portion of Highway 26 between Scottsbluff and Mitchell that is allowed under state law for special events on state highways under certain conditions. The Scottsbluff County Board last week approved the resolution authorizing additional production by Pilgrim to take place on Highway 71 south of Gering through October 24th. Well, still to come, Chris Cottrell in with a busy day at the sports desk. We'll have that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Certain things go together, like baseball and hot dogs, or peanut butter and jelly. Then there are things that certainly don't, like electricity and water. To help protect yourself when the two might meet, like basements, garages, kitchens, bathrooms, or even the outdoors, make sure to have protection through ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs. If you don't have GFCIs installed, contact a qualified electrician to install them for you. Always use caution when you're near electricity and water. Brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
The return of the Huskers and Big Ten football. We'll get to that with the Husker brass here shortly, but first up for today's update, we've got a big high school softball game on tap for tonight here on the network. For the third time this season, it's Scottsbluff taking on Gering. Gering got the win early in the schedule, and then this past weekend it was Scottsbluff winning in the championship game of the Twin City Invitational. The energy will be great in both of these dugouts tonight, and we'll be able to bring it to you right here on KNEB.TV along with radio coverage on the trail. First pitch is scheduled for 7 o'clock. Scottsbluff and Gering softball tonight. Here's our high school football schedule for tomorrow evening. Scottsbluff home looking for that first win, and Gering will entertain Shadron, that one here on the TV side. And of course Mitchell, Bridgeport, and Layton among schools hoping to continue unbeaten starts to the season here in the region. Now, the return of Husker football with the Big Ten's big announcement coming yesterday. The season expected to start the weekend of October 23rd, 24th. Athletic Director Bill Moose addressed the return of Husker football yesterday morning.
Our players want to play, our coaches want to coach, and our fans want to watch. And we're going to be able to do all these things now, and that's why it is a celebration. And I believe and very strongly that the state of Nebraska needs football. And believe me, in the world I live in, football needs Nebraska. And we're going to be able to deliver that, and I'm very, very excited. So,
once the announcement was official, the focus then obviously turned to the fans. Will Memorial Stadium have anyone there this season?
Both Chancellor Green and I pushed very hard in our meetings, respective meetings, that attendance should be based on local authorities, health officials, governments, etc. Again, in our footprint, our situation is different. But that does not appear that it's going to be the case. Certainly did not want it to be a deal breaker. And we're going to think of some innovative ways to have our fans involved. We love our fans. They're the greatest fans in college football. And hopefully we can get them involved in some innovative ways, and we're already working on that. The important thing is that our fans are going to have Husker football. And they're not going to be able to be in their seats, hopefully just for a year, but we're going to need them now as much as we ever have.
The plan is to play 8 games in 8 weeks with a +1 game around mid to late December. The conference title game would be scheduled for December 19th. An official schedule has yet to be released, at least as far as this point in the day. Husker football in the Big Ten, little over a month away from opening kickoff. That is the latest today from right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's got more coming up right after this here on KNEB.TV.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com. When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
And finally tonight, it was a busy day of giving Wednesday at the First Christian Church in Scottsbluff. Pastor Nona Hodder tells KNB News that yesterday was one of the church's big food giveaways made possible through a partnership with the USDA Farm to Table program and Cashway Foods. Throughout the day, volunteers gave away 225 boxes that included fresh fruit, vegetables, and milk to food-needy families in the Twin Cities. Pastor Hodder says during these trying times, people are extremely appreciative.
A lot of gratitude. People are very, very grateful. People are also extending God's blessings to us. And most of the folks seem to me to be in legitimate need. And so we are providing a service for people who are at risk of hunger here in Scottsbluff and Gering.
First Christian Church also offers a food pantry Monday through Thursday, and they have seen an increased number of patrons utilizing that service since the pandemic began. Hodder says she does not know at this time if the USDA Farm to Table program will be offering up another food drive for October, but says the church will continue offering their food pantry to those in need. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.